Hi guys, and welcome to the Devonshire Diz, a Devonshire take on all things Disney. Today, we welcome our first guests to the podcast, Ashleigh and Adam, also known as Tayl as Old as Time. Good friends and fellow Disney fanatics from just up the road here in Devon. We'll be diving into Disney through their childhoods, their special bond with Disneyland Paris, as they look forward to an upcoming trip over at DLP. Let's get into it. Hi guys, and welcome to the Devonshire Diz podcast. We're here today with Lauren and also our first guest of this series. Our first guests are also based in Devon, and we are joined today by Ashleigh and Adam, also known as YouTube sensations, Tayl as Old as Time. How are we doing, guys?
Hello.
Hello, yeah, good, thank you. You?
All good this side, all good this side. Loz has got all the giggles out.
Yep.
So we are
Back
ready.
in the room, I'm good, guys. Don't
We're
worry, mate.
ready to go. Today we're going to talk all about Ashleigh and Adam's backstory when it comes to the love of Diz. And we can start off by asking questions about childhood. How was Disney in your childhood, guys? Was it a staple in your households? Were you a Disney TV fan? Did you go to the parks when you were younger? How did you fall in love with it?
Oh,
I first went to the park the first year it opened. I went with family. Yeah, we went over there and we stayed off site at one of the campsites there. And then we drove in each day. And yeah, we went there for a few days. I don't know how old I was.
you must
I
have
think it
been
was-
6.
Yeah, 6, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
the
it-
year it opened, it was 92, wasn't it?
Yeah, 92, yeah.
And
Few
your
years
mum
ago now.
found some videos a few years ago, didn't she? Some home videos of you on some of the like old school rides,
Yeah, the
like the
really
Amazing.
carousel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so lovely to see. And like the character, I mean, some of the characters looks a bit frightening, to be honest, compared to what they're like these days.
Yes, they
but
do.
it's just so lovely to see it. Like
Yeah.
when it first opened.
Yeah, it's crazy
really,
to think it was
really
that long
bizarre.
ago now.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you're
think
getting on a
30
bit,
years
aren't you?
now, yeah. It's
Yeah, I went, but I didn't to Paris when I was 9. I went with my grandparents. They're the ones that really introduced me to Disney. And we stayed at Sequoia Lodge, and that's why it's just my absolute favourite. Yeah, I absolutely love it.
it's great
Yeah.
now, isn't it?
Yeah, and I did go to the Walt Disney World as well with my grandparents a few years later, and I was 11, and then tackled the bigger rides then. I was a bit of a wimp when I went to Paris, but getting older, it turned me into the hardcore roller
No
coaster.
fear.
Yeah, that I am now, yeah.
What was the
Yeah,
comparison
and-
like when you went from Paris to Walt Disney World? Was it just like this, oh my goodness, look how big this place is in comparison? Or
Yeah, the size is just, I mean, for an adult to look at it now, the size is crazy, but when you're a child, it's just something else. I remember walking around Epcot and I just couldn't believe that it was one park. You go like, when you go like around the world, you're just like,
Yeah.
oh, this is another park. And they were like, no, it's the same park. It's the scale is crazy.
It's so big compared to DLP, isn't
Yeah,
it?
absolutely.
yeah, so aside from the parks, what was your childhood like with TV shows? Did you have any of the epic TV shows of the 90s at home, like, Mighty Ducks and Goof Troop and Rescue Rangers, all of that jazz?
Yeah, we had a chat about this before. I think, Adam, you've got the...
Well, I struggled at
you-
first trying to remember them, didn't I? But
Yeah,
then
you've
then
got
it's sort of come back to me. I think Tailspin was one of my favourites.
Oh, I used to love
And
Tailspin.
yeah, I've still got the big, I can't remember what it's called now, the big yellow
like an aeroplane. isn't
aeroplane.
it?
Yeah, I've
yeah.
still got that from when I was little.
And you got a t-shirt.
Yeah, I've got yeah. You bought me the T-shirt last year, didn't you?
Nice.
And I've got the action figure of Baloo. Yeah, so yeah, I love Tailspin. That was a really good one, and DuckTales as well.
Oh,
DuckTales.
yeah,
was great.
DuckTales was great.
Yeah.
And this other one that you found, you
Yeah,
were so excited. You should have heard the excitement.
Well, I
when
was trying to
you
remember him, so
remembered it.
and I don't know if I should admit this one, but Gummy Bears. Did you ever watch Gummy
Bears
Bears?
were great, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, Gummy Bears.
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I did exactly the same thing. I
Amazing.
sang it to you, didn't I? And you didn't have a clue what I was doing. But that was great, wasn't it? Gummy Bears.
yeah, it was awesome. The thing is, it was always on in the morning, wasn't it? Like the Disney shows, they were always a staple back in the day when we were younger. On
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember always watching Recess at the weekend,
yeah.
every weekend. And I also always watched Dinosaurs. Do you remember Dinosaurs?
Oh,
Did you ever
the
watch that?
family. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking back on it now, it's a little bit crazy, but I
Yeah.
absolutely loved it when I was younger. I had all the toys.
Well, the boys like to watch that now, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, our boys now, they're both 12 and they love watching it. They love watching, and Isabel watches as well, and she's 7, isn't she? She loves watching it now and finds it so funny.
There used to be
It's
a
great,
parade back in MGM Studios, I think it was, in Florida, and they used to all come out on like a float and go around that
Oh,
park.
Oh.
Yeah, it used to be really good back in the day.
I don't know if anyone ever watches. I feel like it's only me that ever saw this, but there was an 101 Dalmatians series.
Yeah, there was. I
Mm.
used to watch it.
Oh, I absolutely loved that. I got so invested in it.
It was epic.
We loved that. Yeah, I remember. I think my parents videotaped, video
Remember them
recorded
kids?
a couple of episodes on a blank thing for me because, yeah, I don't know how easy it was to pick it up in the olden days, but yeah, I remember having a copy of it. I absolutely loved it.
Awesome. So yeah, you were fully fledged from a young age watching the thing and going to the parks.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I had a massive Disney video collection for sure.
So when did you
Yeah.
start going frequently to the parks?
Not till family holidays.
Yeah,
Like,
now I
once
mean,
we'd had the children.
you had been since you were 9. I've been
Yeah.
since I was 6. And what year did we go?
We went over in 2018.
Yeah, 2018 went over.
Oh,
Yeah.
And it was
wow.
our first ever family holiday
Mm.
altogether. We're even in this country, we hadn't been anywhere, had we?
No.
So yeah, it's a big emotional pull for us.
Yeah,
I
and that
think, 'cause of
again, the first time we went was Sakura Lodge, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We went to Sakura Lodge, and yeah, it was lovely, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then since then, how many times have we been since? We've done all the Disney hotels now, haven't we?
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, the only one we haven't done Newport Bay.
No, but my mum's done that one, hasn't she? So, but yeah, we haven't. What did we do after Sakura Lodge? Which one did we do then?
Cheyenne, didn't we?
Cheyenne, yeah. We love the Cheyenne. The theming in Cheyenne's just unbelievable, isn't
Yeah.
it? It's really lovely there.
And it's probably one of the best value ones, I would say.
Yeah.
They've had a fairly recent refurb, haven't they, Cheyenne?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they put wooden, like, I don't know if it's wooden or laminate, to be honest, but it's not carpeted, and that's made them look a lot.
Yeah,
a lot
it is
nicer,
nice,
I
isn't it?
think,
Yeah.
in the rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you guys? Which hotels have you stayed in at Disneyland Paris?
You've stayed in a few more than me, haven't you?
Yeah, so together we've stayed Santa Fe
And Sequoia.
and Sequoia. We've stayed in the two. I'm the same as you guys. I've stayed in all of them bar Newport at the minute. But yeah, I think Sequoia is probably my number one. I love the feel in that, the theming of it in there is just like that woodland sort of feel. It really does feel like you're in a lodge in the middle of a forest as opposed to being.
It's nice, warm and cozy, isn't it?
That's it, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
the bar area and like the seating area there is just amazing.
I knew you'd mention that.
Spent a lot of time in that bar.
They've got big log.
went.
It's like a big log fire, isn't it? They've got
Yeah.
there.
I feel like something might have happened in the bar area.
He loves the bar there, mainly because they do great drinks and they play the Eagles all night long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's only like 2 songs. It's 2 songs of the Eagles, and it was just on a loop. So like every 15 minutes, the 2 songs from the Eagles would come back on, and we ended up staying there for like 3 hours just to listen to like a couple more loops of the Eagles.
Big up Remy the barman.
And Remy the barman, yeah, Remy the barman was great. He was like piling us with like olives and other bits and pieces just to keep us there, I think. So we'd spend a little bit more money at the bar.
Can you tell we went pretty good?
This is definitely an adult trip. Yeah. So how about you guys? What's your number one when it comes to the on-site hotels?
It's really tricky because we've stayed at the Disneyland Hotel, haven't we? As a big one-off treat, and so that would automatically be my favourite. It's funny.
It depends what you go on. I mean,
Yeah.
if you go on theme, and if you go on for the grandness of it, or it's hard to pick one. I feel because it's I mean, we stayed in the Marvel one, didn't we? Not long after it had opened. Yeah, I mean that was just so different compared to all the others because it's so up to date and everything. It's just got it just looked. But then
but that's another one of those one-offs, isn't it? That we wanted to do for the experience, and it was brilliant. But I'd prefer to stay in other ones. Yeah, like recurring type thing. I'd say the Disneyland one's obviously brilliant for the location. We went in the November, so it's freezing, so to be able to just literally run back to your hotel room instead of getting buses or
And the
whatever
size
it
of the
is.
room as well. Obviously,
Yeah.
the rooms are a lot bigger in there, and
Yeah, but
Yeah.
obviously the price tag is it's
Yeah.
not doable
Yeah.
frequently. So I would still say Sequoia Lodge is my favourite overall.
Yeah.
Because it's got like sentimental value, I suppose.
Yeah. But for
But-
like outdoor, for example, like outdoor theming, I'd say the Cheyenne, because the Cheyenne, just walking around the Cheyenne, walking around the different buildings, they're called different things. Obviously, the cowboy themed and stuff. It's lovely.
Santa
Yes.
Fe's very good for theming.
Yeah.
It's quite a basic room. I'd say they probably need to gut their carpets out and stuff. It's
Yeah, in the room,
But-
it's very basic. Isn't
and
it?
they don't have like aircon at the minute, do they?
No.
But it is normally the cheapest
Yeah.
one to stay at.
But walking
but
around
the
on the
ceiling,
outside
yeah.
was lovely, wasn't
Yeah,
it? It was,
really was.
especially at night time. They've got all the silhouettes of things everywhere and the windy roads because they've changed it into cars now, haven't they? A few years ago, haven't they? So basically, we don't know which one we prefer.
Yeah, it's car themed
It's
now. It's
difficult.
really nice actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
The car theme that they've added to it.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah, they've got some little cones for lights now, haven't they, in the rooms?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the mirror's like I can't remember. It's a big arrow, isn't it? The mirror. It's like a ready steady go type.
Yeah,
type
yeah.
thing.
They've got pictures everywhere, like the Queen and stuff, haven't
Yeah,
they? So
like wallpaper and stuff.
Initially, I think Santa Fe had, I think it was just a Mexican
I'm trying to think
sort
what
of
year we went.
theme.
Was it like 2013?
Yeah. Had a big old mural of like Clint Eastwood on the front instead of seeing like
Oh,
Lightning
really?
Queen.
oh,
Yeah, I don't think it had any theming or IP theming at that point.
No, it was just Mexican, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think we missed the refurb by a couple of years.
I think when we went in 2017, it had its refurb, but we never walked down that way, did we? Because we were in Sequoia.
Yeah, but I remember the walkway from Cheyenne and Santa Fe being really nice.
Yeah, it's
on an
lovely along
evening.
there.
It is a bit of a
Mm.
walk when you've got little ones and they're all tired after, a day in the park, whatever.
no, it is a nice, lovely walk.
I do
It's-
prefer it to be honest because the buses can get quite full if you've got a buggy.
We never did
If
the
it's not-
bus, did we?
I don't think I've ever been on a shuttle bus.
To Santa Fe, I think it possibly takes longer. To
I
get
think
to,
the quickest one is the Cheyenne
Mm.
because you literally come out. It's literally the bus is really quick to the Cheyenne,
Mm.
but I think it's quicker to the Cheyenne than it is to say the New
Isn't it?
York
Yeah.
or what's the other one?
Newport Bay?
Newport Bay.
Yeah.
It's quicker to walk to Newport Bay than it is to get the bus because
Yeah.
it's quite a bit further. But the Cheyenne is
Mhm.
literally just come out and it's just there. So yeah,
Let's move on to taking your family to Disneyland Paris. How do the kids find it? Do they love it?
Absolutely.
it's just a happy feeling, isn't it? You go to Disney, just a happy feeling. Everyone's walking around happy. It's apart from one time
Oh.
we went and it was absolutely pouring down,
Oh no.
and I've got some fantastic pictures of Ashleigh.
No. What
Some great
did you?
pictures of Ashleigh. She's got her coat on. She's got a what one of them things called?
Poncho.
A poncho on. She's absolutely soaked.
I was not very happy. Okay. And
I just couldn't stop laughing.
happily and gladly, Adam took photographic evidence of this, and it's in the album with our Disney photos.
If it makes you feel any better, when we went in 2017, we decided to do a day trip to Paris and we picked the wettest, windiest day to go to Paris. So much so that both of our coats were drenched through by way through the day. And I wore the most stupid trainers that were completely sodden. And I had to wring them out when I got back to the room.
Oh,
So needless to say, those photos went in a photo album too. And he thinks it's hilarious to this day as well. So I feel your pain with that rainy
Yeah.
day.
We decided to
you.
go into the
Yeah.
park the next day and got soaked as well, didn't we?
Yeah, it was wet.
Yeah, not a fan of rain.
No.
Not a fan of rain.
what time of year was that?
March?
That
Yeah,
was my birthday though, so that was beginning of March.
Early March. Early March.
one time we were there, we were sat by Casey's Corner, and we were looking out at the castle, and it started snowing, didn't it? Which was lovely.
Oh, see, that's more
Um,
magical.
Yeah, that was
the
really
same
nice.
day actually.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
Oh, I love
yeah,
snow.
but I suppose that's the thing with Disneyland Paris. You do have to brace yourself for any old weather. It's
Yeah.
not the amazing temperatures that you get in Walt Disney World.
Following on the vlogs last year, they seemed to have really good weather through DLP, didn't they?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did have good weather, didn't we? The last couple of times we've done summer ones, haven't we? So
Yeah, it's been really very warm
yeah.
over there
Well, no,
through the
true,
6
actually.
weeks holiday.
We went in November the last time, didn't we? So it wasn't the summer one. But we did
Yeah,
have
but
good weather though, didn't
but
we?
we have been a couple of times.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah,
May was a good time as well. That was really nice weather.
yeah.
Yeah, November. There seems to be a week in the middle of November that's really reasonable to book, and the weather seems to be quite nice.
Yeah, we go with the times we've been. It's when literally just as the Christmas stuff starts, so it's not too busy because people tend to go end of November into December for the Christmas bits. But and then you still get all the Christmassy stuff then, and that starts about around the 10th of November, doesn't it? So yeah.
Best of both
But no,
worlds.
the children love it though, don't they? They love it there.
It is the most magical place on earth.
How old were they the first year you went?
Isabel was 2, so that would make the boys 7.
Yeah, I think they were 7.
Yeah. I think it was the boys' first real like theme park. I think.
Yeah.
Like we've got Creeley near us, and they were big on Creeley then.
Which kind of big rides.
But it was their first experience of bigger rides, and they were tall enough for not all of them, but most of them, weren't they? The first time we went.
Yeah.
It's like good magical age as well.
Yeah, it's like the music and stuff. I just don't think you can beat any Disney park for like the sensory stuff that it gives you, like the smells that they pump out. They must pump out something. It's like magical, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
And the music, and it's you I don't think you can beat it.
What are they like on the rides? Are they thrill seekers amongst them?
Yes.
Yeah, well, yeah, they are. But I think the best one is Isabel, isn't she? Who's
the Tower of Terror.
Tower of Terror.
Oh,
yeah.
goodness.
See, the boys have been on that, and Riley first started saying, "Oh yeah," he went on it, and then it was sort of he didn't want to go on. Then Alfie went on, and now he's sort of saying, "No, I don't really want to go on." Whereas Isabel, she's like, every time, "Yeah, I want to go on."
That's amazing.
And she's looking at the next ride that she can go on, like RC Racer and Hyperspace.
Oh.
Yeah, the next time we go, I think she's only going to be a couple of centimetres off. So we're hoping to pad her shoes out and get her on Hyperspace.
That is not recommended.
No,
not recommended.
She loves Precious Coaster, doesn't she?
Yeah,
and that's a fast one, and absolutely loves that.
She's a right adrenaline junkie.
Oh, she loves it.
She is. She's absolutely bonkers. And we're moulding another one, aren't we? When we went to Florida.
Yeah.
With Madison, she was quite reserved the first time, like not really
sure. First few rides, yeah, she didn't want to.
Not really bothered about these. And then by the end of it, she's like,
yeah.
No, she's got the
I'm
bug.
on a roller coaster.
Yeah, that's what she keeps saying.
And then when she talks to family members, like especially over Christmas, when she's reserved with them, the only thing she'll say to them is, "Yeah, I went on a roller coaster."
Yeah.
Oh, bless her.
She's so hardcore.
She loves it, doesn't she?
Yeah. It's the only way when you're a Disney family, though, Phil. You've got to.
But the thing is, though, with Disney, there's so much more than the big rides as well, though, isn't there? There's so much to see, and every hotel, isn't it? Like the shops and stuff. I love the theming in all the different shops. They've all got different theming, haven't they? And they should you could just walk around Disney, I feel, and just the day will just fly by. You don't even need to go on loads of rides, do you? It's because we love all the character meets as well, don't we?
Yeah. We've always been really impressed with Disneyland Paris with the character meets.
Yeah.
Because it's that, like, compared to what Disney World, it's such a small part. But I've always been quite impressed with
they do really well with the characters, don't they? Yeah.
Who's the favourite character?
Oh, to me,
yeah.
Rapunzel, I'd say.
That's a good one.
Favorite. Yeah.
We love the Princess Pavilion, don't we? Well, for the girls. Yeah.
Of course you do.
For the children.
Backtracking.
But no, we went to see we saw, because she's not really there very often, is she, Rapunzel?
No, she's quite rare.
And when we went to see her, with the photos they took, how many for our photo pass? They took like 32 pictures with Isabel, with Rapunzel, didn't they? They were literally just doing loads of pictures, weren't they?
Oh, wow.
It was lovely in there, because they normally take about 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was taking lots, wasn't he?
What about you guys? Who's your favourite character to meet?
Ooh.
I'm probably the main man, Mickey, to be honest.
See, you say main man, but the main man is Donald, and he's
Well,
probably
Donald
my
is
favorite.
number one.
Yeah, Donald is definitely my favorite. Yeah.
I did
What
high
about
five Daisy
Goofy?
the last time we went.
Oh, yeah, you did high five Daisy.
did.
Yeah, walking down the middle of
Daisy.
Main Street.
Daisy made me do some really feminine poses, didn't she? When I was looking at some pictures, didn't? Well, I say
I
made me.
I
it
like the
was-
wording of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's
You
a
should write on your
photo of
stuff.
graphic evidence on our Instagram page if you'd like to see that.
Yeah. I love Goofy as well. Though Goofy is a great meet. He's really good.
Yeah, a lot of energy.
Good fun. Yeah. I
Being-
think they've all got different things to them, haven't they? Because when we met Buzz was really good as well, wasn't
Yeah, he's a good
he? He
one.
was really good to me.
And Darth Vader. That is
Oh,
a great meet.
Darth
Oh, yeah,
Vader's-
Darth Vader is
yeah,
so good, to be
he's-
fair.
He's so tall.
He's
I can
one of the
imagine
best.
it's quite
ones there, isn't
intimidating.
Yeah.
he? Yeah.
See,
I was
our
gonna say-
Star Wars interactions are BB-8, which isn't very intimidating at all.
And Chewie.
And Chewie, who just gave us a big
Oh.
bear hug.
Oh, chill.
Oh, I bet
I mean,
that's
it
a
was a
good
good
one.
hug.
Oh, that's a great meet though.
I remember back in the day, it must have been one of the early trips when I was a child. I was walking around the back of Space Mountain in Paris, and the Green Army men from Toy Story were walking up the road.
Oh,
They
yeah.
like
Oh, wow.
stopped me in my tracks and told me I had to get down the ground and start doing push-ups in the middle of a theme park, which congregated a massive group of people laughing at my inability of doing push-ups in
Oh my God.
Discovery Land.
Oh my goodness. That sounds terrifying.
So it was a bit of fun and also a little bit of exercise as well that day. It was great. Speaking of lands, what's your favorite land in Disneyland Paris? Have you got a go-to?
I think mine is Fantasyland. The main chunk, Small
Yeah.
World, is when we first went to Paris, we didn't know that Isabel couldn't hear. So we didn't really have an interaction with her. But the first time we took her on Small World, her face was like absolute, and nothing we'd ever seen in our whole life, was it?
No.
We hadn't seen her like so animated, and she couldn't really hear the music, but the colours and stuff. It's just my favourite memory ever. So yeah, that
Yeah,
land and like Dumbo and just the original rides are my favourite, I would say.
Yeah, even the Snow White one. It's very rickety, isn't it, going round? But it's a must-do, isn't it?
I remember the Dumbo flying around, watching it on the telly when I was little before I'd ever been, and it's just something that reminds me of it.
Get lovely views around there, don't you?
Yeah,
All around.
yeah. What's your favourite?
I don't know. It's hard to say enough, but probably Frontierland. I'd say I like Frontierland. I love the theming around there. And it's just, it's Big Thunder Mountain, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah,
Wild
but
West theme
yeah,
over there,
it's
isn't
lovely
it?
around there. But we've never. Every time we've been, every time we say we're going to go on the boat, and we've never been on the boat, have we?
No,
So
We've
we
never
said
been
next
on
time we
either.
go.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
haven't been
no.
either.
No.
No,
No.
no. We were close last year in Florida, weren't we? We said we were going to do it, and for some reason we just never got to it. But now I've never been on either boats, Florida or Paris.
Last time we queued up, didn't we? We literally were just about to get on, and then we saw how many people going on. It was while still COVID was quite.
It was the first trip
Yeah.
after COVID. Yeah,
So we saw so many people going on. We said, "Oh no, we're not. We'll leave that one for now, didn't we?" But
yeah.
Yeah.
and we'll do it next time.
But we never did
No,
because we went again and we never did.
no. no.
Have you got any must-do rides for this trip?
Ooh. Well, they've got the new Marvel land now, haven't they? They've got the new Spider-Man ride, haven't they? I forgot
Yeah,
what
the
that was.
web
Yeah,
slingers.
the web slingers, yeah. And they've changed the rock and roller coaster, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Marvel
think
one,
yeah,
so-
Riley wasn't tall enough to go on Rock and Roller Coaster before it closed. So I think that would be a really nice one
Yeah.
for him to experience because it's the same like track, isn't it? They've just
Yeah.
changed the theming.
Isabel's desperate, like I said, to go on RC Racer, isn't she?
Yeah.
But we'll have to see if she's tall enough.
I would say Small World again for me because I don't think it's going to be open.
No.
So therefore, I'm going to make it my must do. Because I might break in.
Have they given any indication of when that's going to be back open?
They've said spring. That's all they've said. So that
Maybe.
that will be anything away. That might be in our bracket.
Yeah, you never know,
But
do you?
we know it's good. We know it won't be, but
We can live in hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. What about yourselves? What land do you like?
Ladies first.
I'm probably Fantasyland as well. Mainly because I'm not a big ride girl, am I?
No.
I don't like the big thrill rides, so I tend to do everything in Fantasyland.
What's your favourite ride in Fantasyland?
Oh, I like the little boat ride through the stories.
Yeah, that's
Probably
nice.
my favorite. Yeah.
Something they don't have in Florida, is it? It's something
No.
which is, yeah, I don't know if they have it in any of the other Disney parks around, but that's pretty good, that little storybook
Yeah, that's
thing.
my favorite. The little ride through all the stories.
Yeah, see, we found not many people said too much about that one, but we went on it and absolutely loved it, didn't we?
Yeah,
We thought it was a lovely ride.
Yeah.
When we vlog, Adam literally vlogs the whole ride from start to finish,
Oh,
and then
yeah,
I
you can
have
see it
to
back. Yeah.
edit it out massively and just put chunks in, because otherwise it's literally a point of view going, oh, what was that?
I literally love it. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
It is great.
And Casey Jr., they've got Casey Jr. there as well, haven't they?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
next to it, haven't
that's-
they?
yeah, like-
Yeah. Love a bit of
You
Casey
have to
Jr.
wave at the boat when you're going past.
Always.
It's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
Adam's there, both hands.
Yeah.
Yay! Not holding the baby, but
No,
Waving,
Got a-
waving.
got a
A
wave.
stranger over there is waving at me. I have to wave back.
Yeah.
no matter.
Which one's your favorite?
My favorite one in Disneyland Paris is probably Discoveryland. Frontierland's close because I'm a big Haunted Mansion, Phantom Manor fan, but I do like Discoveryland. Loved the second version of Space Mountain before it went to Hyperspace Mountain. Love that. And that was the first thrill ride I got you on, wasn't it? That Space Mountain.
Yeah, it was an experience.
The photo was epic. Definitely will be sharing that online sometime because there's genuine fear in Loz's
Oh,
You
face.
told me it'd be a really lovely first coaster for me to go. Bear in mind, I'd never done a roller coaster before this because I'm not a thrill ride girl. So this
Yeah.
one told me that it was a really nice first roller coaster. It's really, really gentle. No loops. No loops. You'd be fine. Oh my God, I came off and I was literally like a leaf and I was shaking so bad. He was like, should we go back on it? I was like, no, not going back on it.
Oh, God.
But then afterwards,
Well,
you
at least
could
you
go
did
on
it.
Rock and Roller Coaster and you got to taste through it for a bit.
No, I went on all of them once.
Yeah, just to say you've done it. It was a picture.
Never again.
I'll show you that. I'll share the photo. It is a picture.
We bought the picture because it'd be the one and only time.
Yeah, we spent a lot. We spent a lot on the ride photos at that point, which was like, I don't know, like 20 euros a time. And Loz was like, you need to get the photo because this is the only evidence and the only time that I'm going to get anywhere near these rides.
The only reason I've been on Tara Terra 3 times is because every time I go on it, you tell me you get
Mm.
me a magnet that says I've survived Tara Terra. And ever since I went on it the first time, they've never had this magnet again.
Oh no, we've got that one, haven't we?
Yeah, yeah.
See?
Oh, no.
Bloody scammed me, you did.
Well, if you could take a picture of yours, then I'll stick a magnet on the back of it.
We'll get you one when we go because I feel like you deserve one.
I really deserve it.
Yeah, because if you don't like rides, that's quite a hardcore ride to go
Yeah,
on.
it was.
I mean, I kind of feel like I might wet my pants when I go on. I like it, but it kind of gives me the vibe of, oh, your bodily fluids are something's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I screamed plenty on that one, don't I?
Yeah.
It's, I'm screaming on that one.
Yeah.
It's a great ride, though, isn't
Yeah,
it? It's a
it
great ride.
Yeah. I hope they don't change it at Disneyland Paris.
Do you think they will, given the whole Marvel area now?
Yeah. I think it's got to make sense too, hasn't it? Really, there must be a plan because it's right next door, isn't it?
Yeah,
I wonder if they'll keep it until Frozen opens and then close it for refurb.
potentially. Because that central area in Studios Park is still a Hollywood theme, isn't it?
Yeah.
I suppose
Yeah.
that's why they're holding on to Tara Terra at the minute. But once Frozen and that walkway starts being built, there's no real reason for it to be there, is there?
No.
No, definitely not. And they're looking at retheming like where the magic carpets and Crush's Coaster are to like a Pixar themed area, aren't they?
Oh, okay.
I think that I don't know if they're getting rid of the carpets or like changing the theme to fit Pixar, but yeah. I've heard that that's what they're going to do with that because it all kind of ties in with the cars.
Yeah, all around that area,
and
isn't it?
Nemo, and there was something else they were talking about changing.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, I really like that park though. I've heard a lot of people say they don't really like that park, but I think it's quite good.
Yeah, we enjoy it in there. There's if you count how many rides are in there, there's quite a few rides in there actually, isn't there? Yeah, we do enjoy it in there. But I think people look at it as a lot of open space, and people say, "Oh, that they're not doing much with it." But we quite like that that there's open space, that you're not around people all the time.
Yeah.
You can walk around and not have someone on your shoulder all the time. Sometimes they even send you off.
And I skip away.
There's a lot of shows to go and see as opposed to like
See, we love
numbered
them, the
rides.
shows as well. It's we do love all the shows.
We've never been to see Stitch though. Have you ever seen that?
No,
Stitch?
no. Is that like a I don't know, like a Disney Junior child's show?
It's just Stitch. I think it is aimed at like smaller children, I suppose.
Right.
But it's an interactive show, isn't it? I think
Yeah.
they pick a couple of people out of the audience, which is
Ooh,
probably
no.
why we haven't ever done it.
Yeah,
You're not one to be picked
Don't
out.
do audience
Yeah.
participation.
No, and I haven't actually ever seen the film either.
No,
Is it Stitch, Lilo and Stitch? I haven't ever seen that one.
no,
Yeah,
we've
we've never
not
seen
seen
it
it
the whole way
either.
through.
So I don't really have a pull to that, but I know a lot of people go to it and like it because they like the film, don't
Yeah, we've never gone into it, have we?
they?
Yeah, Penny's into the TV series that's now come up. I mean, there's like
Oh,
a TV
yeah.
series on Disney Plus. She watches that, but we haven't seen the film, have we?
No, I haven't seen it the whole way through, have I?
No, no.
There's a lot of merch in the.
There's a lot of merch, full stop, isn't there, of Stitch everywhere.
Yeah, definitely.
I saw a whole new like line of Stitch came into Primark the other day.
Oh yeah. They like it in there too, don't they? I saw like they've got like ears and stuff.
Yeah.
They've gone mad for it.
Yeah.
So aside from enjoying everything the park has to offer, you guys, as we mentioned earlier, are YouTube sensations. When did you take on the thought process to get vlogging?
So we've always watched vlogs, haven't we? Since we first went in
Yeah.
2018, and the children have always enjoyed watching other people go.
Yeah.
And we kind of like joked about it for a while, and then COVID hit. We couldn't go anywhere for ages, and we were watching and re-watching our favourite vloggers from like before COVID. And then when we eventually went like for the first time after COVID, we just thought, right, let's just give it a go and see how we feel, really.
We just thought it was a way just to try and like keep their memories, didn't we?
Yeah.
Because it's, I mean, you can take pictures and stuff like that, can't you? But we just thought we'd just see how we got on with it.
Yeah, the early ones are interesting, I would say.
Well, we didn't really know what we were doing. did we?
It was kind of like watching two robots trying to
Yeah.
interact.
Everything was staged. It was all like, right, children, gather round. We're going to do this, and say like what to do and how to
Well,
do it.
we
was-
needed to do that because
Yeah.
we thought that that's what other people did, but through doing it more,
Yeah,
we just
we just thought we just got to try and be ourselves. with them.
Yeah.
We just in,
and we got
Enjoy
loads
it
of
a little bit
equipment,
more.
didn't we? Made sure we had all these like attachments so we could go on rides and stuff, but we just find the camera on our phone
Yeah.
is the best for
Yeah.
us because we feel like it's probably, you know, it's not 4K or anything, but it just gives us the freedom to literally just pull it out whenever we
Yeah.
want to say something instead of
getting
you
the
know,
GoPro out,
getting
and
everything out
turning
and
everything
turning
on
it
and
all
all
up.
stuff
That's
like
what
that.
made it feel staged for us. And we don't really feel confident or have enough hands with
No.
two buggies and stuff to kind of have it
Yeah.
on us all the time. We were putting it in the bag and then we were having to pull over with our gang and get it all out and stuff, and it just felt a bit of a chore, to be honest. So we really like doing it on our phones.
Yeah.
We're literally just walking along, still taking it all in,
Yeah,
which is important really on our holidays.
rather than having to stop and do everything,
Yeah.
just quickly get your phone,
yeah.
do a little video, then go to the next bit.
Yeah,
But
it really works for us, and it's so lovely to be able to watch it all back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or in the middle of editing our recent trip to Florida, and just there's just so many things that we wouldn't remember, so many like little things, and there's things that like your mum wasn't with us for some bits.
well,
and
we
then
find that
there's-
with each other, don't we?
Yeah,
There's bits
yeah,
where
yeah.
I went on a ride with the children and I would film it, or I'd go off with the children do something. Then you the same. You'd go off and film something, and then you'd go to edit the video, wouldn't you? And then it was just being able to see bits. Oh, I never saw that happen, and things like that. It's things that you'd forget as well. Like in years' time, you'd forget. Oh, that if it was just pictures and stuff, but just to be able to watch it back, it's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
You guys are naturals.
Yeah.
Oh, not sure about that.
Simplicity is key, isn't it? And it you feel a lot more in a natural state when you're doing it so simple, and it's not structured and it's not organized. And it comes through when you're watching your vlogs for sure.
Yeah, it's very different. Our first ones, like because we've done 4, haven't we? 4 things. We did 2 in Paris and 2 in Florida, haven't we? And they're very different, aren't they?
Yeah, I think that the Florida ones, we've got much more of our personality in them. Disneyland Paris ones were like, we are going on a ride.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it's we're looking forward to going back and having a relaxed vlog series from Paris.
Yeah.
Paris is very dear to us.
Yeah, it means a lot to us.
If people would like to follow along with your vlog series, where can they find you on YouTube?
The channel's called Tayl as Old as Time.
And that's the same for our Instagram too.
We've got a little twist on Tayl, haven't we? For Taylor, it's Tayl. Tayl as Old as Time.
Before we let you go, we thought we would finish our conversation with a quick fire this or that, Disneyland Paris style. Okay, number 1, Disneyland Park or Walt Disney Studios?
Disneyland Park.
Disneyland Park, yeah.
Casey's hot dog or Mickey shaped pizza?
Mickey shaped pizza.
Pizza all day long.
Oh, Tower or Small World?
Small World.
Small World, yeah. Small World.
Disney popcorn or Mickey bar?
Ooh. Mickey bar.
Oh, I'll take the popcorn.
Space or Thunder Mountain?
Thunder.
Yeah, Thunder Mountain. Yeah, Thunder Mountain.
Daytime parade or nighttime fireworks?
Oh, nighttime fireworks.
Fireworks,
for sure.
yeah. Yeah, we've got big things for the fireworks, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
Quick service or character dining?
Quick service.
Yeah, I'd say the quick service, I'd say.
Rope drop or park close?
Park close.
Park close.
We're lazy.
Yeah, we can't get up for road drop.
Fantasyland or Discoveryland?
Fantasyland.
Fantasyland.
Controversial one. Backlot tour or Cars road trip?
Ooh, Cars road trip.
That's the new one, the Cars?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say the Cars road trip, yeah.
Oh.
We like the new one, don't we? The new tour.
I think it's very each to their own. It's personal taste with that one, isn't it? I mean, it's very split.
Yeah.
But I really didn't like the backlot tour.
Really?
I just found it went on for a little bit too long.
Wow.
It was.
I think the Paris one is quite different to the Florida one.
Yeah.
I think I mean they had. I remember getting really excited when I went when I was younger. They said, "Oh, there's loads of costumes from all the big films," and they had like a couple of costumes from 102 Dalmatians, and I remember feeling a bit put out by that.
I'd agree.
The Disneyland Paris one used to have the big set for London being burnt by dragons. Can't remember what the film is.
Yeah, and we always went on it. To be fair,
Yeah.
When you don't like it, we did always do it because it's
Oh
something
no,
you
we
can
did.
all do.
Yeah, I think the best bit in it was when the water comes down, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's
That's
still
the
in
bit
the
that
cars,
everyone
but
loves.
it's,
Yeah, that's the bit that everyone goes on it for, don't they?
Cars Stunt Spectacular was that, right?
Bam, 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 bam. No, that was
Was that Florida?
No, it was next to it.
That was Paris.
Epic Stunt Spectacular was next to the backlot tour, wasn't it?
I think it was next to it, but then the entrance was just a bit further down. Yeah, it was just past Armageddon, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But they're not reopening the stunt show, are they? But they're not
Really
redoing it in space. So I don't know.
I think that space though is going to be between, like, it's because it's almost behind Tower of Terror, isn't it? And then you're going to have the Frozen Land, and then you've got the Marvel Land. So it's going to be between the Marvel Land and the Frozen Land, isn't it? Sort of a space between, isn't it?
Well, it's still there at the minute.
Yeah, I think hopefully they'll do something there between the two eventually. But so yeah, because it's quite a big space, isn't it?
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah. Did you guys see that when you went to the stunt show?
Yeah, we've seen it. Have we seen it
Twice.
Paris and Florida, or just Paris? Did you see it in Hollywood Studios before it went?
Yeah, once.
Exactly the same.
We saw it in Paris
It was
twice,
the
didn't
Exactly
we?
the same. Yeah. I mean, the only difference was in the Florida one when we went, the finale had Herbie, and the Paris one had Lightning McQueen, but everything else was pretty much the same.
It was good. I liked it.
I quite liked it.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was good.
Yeah. It just got really cold where you were sat.
I think that's why you weren't too keen, were you? Just sitting there in the cold, you weren't too keen, were you?
I think it's just like once I've seen it, I was kind of okay not seeing it again. Not because I hated it or anything, but just it was the same as when I was 9. So I took my children to it, and it was nice to see it. But it wouldn't be something I'd like queue up to do after I've seen it recently.
Yeah.
Type thing. I think that's more what it was.
What is that one ride that you could just repeatedly go on from childhood to now?
I would say Big Thunder Mountain, because I remember doing that the first time and loving it.
See, I think the Dumbo one is iconic as well, isn't it? Dumbo one's a big ride because it's different in Paris, isn't it? Isn't it in America? Haven't they got 2 next to each other?
Yeah.
Have they?
Yeah.
See, I've never been to the one in America, but I can't imagine having the 2 together would be the same feeling as just the one.
They've just essentially got a big circus tent in between 2 different rides, and they take some people to the left and some people to the right, but it's the same sort of concept.
But no, I like the Dumbo ride.
What about you guys?
I think I'm with you, Ashleigh. I think Thunder Mountain, especially in Paris, is the one that I would just continually go on. The design of it in Paris is so much better than what it is in Florida. And of course, it's a lot faster in Paris as well, which always helps. But just
And it's
the setup of
longer
it
as well,
just-
isn't it?
Yeah, that would definitely be my one. How about you?
I like the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
shout. Yeah.
Classic, isn't it?
And it's better in Paris than Florida.
You got a couple
Extra
drops. Yeah, you got a couple drops in Paris. Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
We
good.
love that one, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love that they speak French. That makes it for me. Je m'appelle pirate. And it's just like, I'm in Paris.
Yeah.
Thank you kindly, guys, for joining us today. It's been a great chat. Hopefully have you on again to have a deep dive into your trip report after you've come back from Paris and hear all about your magical time over there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'd love to, yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you
love
very
to.
much for having us on.
Good stuff. You're welcome anytime. Okay, guys, thank you kindly for listening to our fab catch up with Ashleigh and Adam. You can follow along with their Disney adventures via Tayl as Old as Time on Instagram and YouTube, with links to both shared in the show notes. If you like this episode, please rate and review wherever you are tuning in and share amongst your friends. It really helps our little podcast grow. Be sure to check out previous episodes we've recorded, where Lauren and I are in the middle of reviewing our recent trip to Walt Disney World in 2022. If you're on Instagram, you can find snapshots and more content relating to our Disney trips at Devonshire_Diz. If you're interested in sharing your love for all things Disney, feel free to get in contact with us there. We look forward to saying hey. But for now, thank you once more for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye!
Bye.